extra bonus. Bada bam.
You know what I find crazy? Because this is gonna be the first time we're talking about college football, and I think it's so crazy. I had to stop myself from cheering because those men are my age and younger than us. That's embarrassing. Cue the intro.
Dog.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GetBack podcast. I'm your host, Damian Dusten, here with
Ayden Jones, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
and welcome to episode 23 of the GetBack podcast.
Say that number one more time. This actually,
23.
I say I got two favorite numbers,
The goats.
2 and 3. I'm gonna say 23. LeBron James is the GOAT. Going ahead, my guy. My bad.
I could say Michael's the GOAT, just to
We're not-
upset you. But we
we're not
already know
gonna
that
do
I think
this.
LeBron's the GOAT.
We're not gonna do this.
We already
We're
know
not
that.
gonna do this.
But welcome back to episode 23 of the Get Back podcast. A little change of scenery, but nonetheless, it's still a beautiful day
Still
to
beautiful.
film the podcast.
Still beautiful.
We're going to start off with something that I think we haven't started off with. This is going to be new to us. Not new to us in the sense that we don't follow.
It's
But
we follow it. Just it's
new to-
getting to a serious
new to the
point
people.
now. It's a serious point.
I want to dabble into some college football. And I think it's only fair if we talk about, 3 to 4 games. And I want to ask you some questions. You ask me some questions. But I think it's only right if we start with the Manning family. And
First of all, I'm looking at a little lizard pass by. There's some other. We have 3 important games to talk about.
Absolutely.
But college football is indeed back. It is finally the
back.
week of college football. We had some pretty good games, some pretty good blowouts, and some pretty good upsets, I'll say also. So
We also had some pretty upsetting blowouts. And I think we'll get into that if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, first of all, I want to jump into the early game. It's only right if we jump into Arch Manning. And I think it's fair to say Arch Manning versus the Ohio State defense.
I'm gonna say the struggles of Arch Manning
Absolutely.
versus the Ohio State defense. We can jump into the Ohio State defense later. Arch Manning, that was a rough game to watch, and
Very.
you can say that it's defense alone that could have prevented some of his hyper potential to do something good in that game.
Mhm.
But man, oh man, that game was torture for him. It looked like.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the pressure slightly got to him, and I think over time you're gonna see him start to calm down a little bit and get more
Mhm.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I also was not a fan with how they ran that offense. You're going for it on 4th down with your quarterback. This is his first week 1 start, and you're just going for it on 4th. I know you're trying to build some confidence.
It was
but that's not a way to
confidence,
do
but
it.
I think when you go, like you said, when you go on 4th and 3, and it's the first, second quarter, and mind you,
you're not in the red zone.
It's not like you're in the red zone. You're at the 40 on your side. It's a little different. And not
Exactly.
even that. The score wasn't bad. It's not like you were getting blown out. The score was right
It was a
there.
defensive battle by
The
both
score
teams.
was right there.
But I think it almost played into Ohio State's hand with,
Yeah.
Obviously their new quarterback Julian Sand, who had a good game. He didn't wow us,
He didn't wow us,
but to get the ball in good
Yeah.
positions,
I think no.
that was super
I'll
important.
say the first quarter, and I think even me, I was looking at it a little bit different until you realize that it was some drops that were not his fault. So he had a good game. For me, he had a good game. I think it was more so just the Ohio State defense just completely just running the game off the wheel.
Their defense, and I'll tell you what, my big concern going into Ohio State coming into this year is that front four still going to be as dominant as they were after losing some players to the NFL?
Actually, losing players all around. We had
Exactly.
14 players get drafted. We lost players all around.
And they played, in my opinion, a pretty good offensive line. Even
Yeah.
though it's new, they pretty good offensive
Yeah.
line, and they were able to just beat them down. And in my opinion, in some instances, really manhandle them. We saw Texas get some of the run game going with Wisner,
Yeah.
just a little bit. And I think if Ohio State can clean up some of those those gaps and those misreads for the run and the play action, boy oh boy, could they be sitting on a back-to-back.
I think it's funny that we have not said 2 names, 2 of the most important names. Jeremiah Smith and none other than less, the man who was all over the field, Caleb Downs.
Caleb
Downs, I think if you even look at this game alone, that is a top 10 pick. Easily, right there.
Easily. And you know what? If this was the 90s, we'd be talking about him being a defensive player up for Heisman.
This is I think just the way that he can read. I think like his IQ on the field to break I feel like he could play 3 different positions on the field
Absolutely.
In one play, he just adjusts and he adapts to anything and everything that's on the field. And it's beautiful to see every time.
Now, circling back a little bit to Texas, because obviously the big story was Arch. My
Yeah.
question to you is this: do you see Arch set calming down into this offense and playing better as we progress week by week?
I believe that he will play better. Do I believe that he's going to live up to the hype that we had all offseason for him? I don't know. That was rough because
Wow.
you come in. I think you're the number one, not because of your team alone. You're number one because of your last name too. Like his last name, it put him up there a little bit. He didn't have as much tape for last year where he should be the starter and he's just the number one court. Like it wasn't like that. I think he looked a little bit scared. So I think when he's playing people that's not Ohio State defense, I
Yep.
think he can play better when he's not looking as intimidated by the defensive that he's going through.
I think another thing too is for Ohio State that I think they're really going to have to bank on is their run game.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think C.J. Donaldson Jr. is going
Yeah.
to progress as we go. Obviously, he had a good game.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play a lot better. I think he's going to actually have a breakout season. And as for Julian Sand, circling back to Ohio State,
You look at Julian Sand, he doesn't have to do anything. Honestly, I like when you have a
Hear me out.
Lamborghini.
I do
Just
think he
steer it.
will. I think the reason why
Dog.
I think this would have, if this was a week 5, week 6 game, I think the score would have been a lot higher. It would have been 28. I don't know. It would have been something.
Sand has the best wide receiver in football that he gets to throw to.
Who
Not
had
only
some
that-
drops as well.
Exactly, because pause. He has Carnell Tate, who is a demon. And then you have Ennis, who's out there anytime that you need him. He
Absolutely.
has star wide receivers. He has, to me, the best wide receiver core in college football. Use it. Use it to your advantage.
I would agree with that. I would totally agree. And I think we may see this matchup again.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't bat your eye at this being the end all be all.
Yeah.
Especially for Arch. 17 for 30, 170 yards, interception, touchdown. The interception was ugly.
It was ugly.
It was ugly.
Pretty.
It was just simply a bad read.
It looked like he didn't really take his time to actually look and see what was going on with the field.
But nonetheless, I think Ohio State, as the defending champions,
Yeah.
should be ranked number 1, yet they will not be due to Penn State winning. Obviously, we're not going to get into that Penn game. The Penn game was a straight just blowout.
Yeah.
Penn State winning 46-11 against Nevada. Another game.
But you know what? It showed a lot, and I think their running back showed.
Oh, absolutely.
He showed, and I hope that no one takes it as disrespect. He showed a glimpse of Saquon there. He's wearing that number 26. He's doing hurdles all over the field. It looked it looked a little bit reminiscent of what we saw in 2018.
Absolutely, I would totally agree with that. Another game I do want to touch on after that early game, because I feel like it's best to go from early tonight.
Yeah.
The Alabama Florida State game.
I wanted to save that one for last because I don't want to laugh too hard while talking about this segment, knowing that I'm an Alabama hater always and will always be.
Alabama
That
hater,
was
but I will
great.
say they did have some glimpses of Ty Simpson.
I don't know.
And we'll get into that in a second. I think the story is more about Florida State bouncing back against a ranked opponent after a horrible season that they had last year.
The plenishing season.
I guess my one thing is Thomas Castellanos, their quarterback. He's a dog. And
he's
obviously we didn't
punishing
see
dog because he can do everything.
Yes, in my
can do
opinion, I wish
everything.
I would have saw more from in the pass game. He showed
Pass
that
game
he
is
has
fine, but when you look at what he did on the feet, rushing wise,
16 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown. It was
78
beautiful.
yards, and they were all important yardage. Like it wasn't just let me just go. No, he was getting to the bar. You gotta
Absolutely.
understand that.
Yeah, and listen, as a routine to Florida State,
FSU won 2 games last year, dog.
absolutely,
2 games.
and I think they beefed up the running back core.
Beefed up the defense, dog.
And the defense, of course.
Oh,
To have, listen, Earl Little Jr.,
Yeah.
in my opinion, as a defensive back, he is a missile. He is a straight missile.
I think this comes from the staff also. When you look at who their what is it? Offensive coordinator, dog. He was Auburn's head coach for almost 10 years. Like that, you got stacked over the offseason. They realized what they did. They had mistakes and they cleaned them up. And you look at what the results are.
Absolutely.
Did you see what happened to Mr. Ryan Williams?
I did not.
Do you think that I'll say so? He had a pass. He went up, and I will say this: I think that it was a hospital ball. I think that his quarterback threw him
Oh, that's
a
what. Yes,
hospital
yes.
ball.
I'm sorry. Now I
and
understand.
he got the wind knocked out of him.
He
and
did.
He looked dazed.
He
Completely
did.
dazed.
I didn't know that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Here's my one thing. That's where Ty Simpson is going to have to improve.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, Bama quarterbacks notably are iconic.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa. We can. I'm sorry. We can say Mac Jones on a collegiate level.
Yeah,
We can say
yeah.
that. Jalen Hurts. I mean, the quarterbacks that they've had, he's gonna have to improve.
Yeah.
He's
Yes, he will.
He's going to have
Yep.
no choice. Even Jalen Milroe last year played better, even though we don't have to get into that season that they had last year, which I thought was a failure as well.
It was a failure after that. Man, you want to know what? Their season, the first start of their season, I thought they were going to go to a championship.
And I think for
to beat
Bama,
Georgia.
their important thing was getting off to a hot start, and they failed.
Yeah.
They failed, and this was a sleeper game. This was a game that when we circled it, we said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State won.
No, everybody thought
least
that
for-
Florida State was going to lose. Dog, you come off a 2-10
You know what?
season.
I can't
Your
say that.
I get that the quarterback changes. You have good changes.
And it has nothing to do with
Alabama-
Florida State. It has to do with Alabama losing.
What was
players.
Alabama's rank? Are they a top 10 team?
No.
Yes. They were ranked.
Oh, they
at
were.
8.
Oh,
they were ranked at number
8.
8.
But I'm saying
There was
after
no way that they should have. Their odds were they were up the whole game.
after
There
this,
was no way that should happen.
after this game, I don't see a top 10 team that they can that I'm looking at. Like, yeah, Bama's going to beat them.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
for me, that's just really that's the thing with Bama. Their quarterback play and
You wanna know
obviously
what?
their defense.
Texas beats Alabama.
Oh,
Penn
without a
State's
doubt,
beat Alabama.
unequivocally.
LSU beat like all
Notre
you
Dame
said,
beats
all of the
Alabama.
top 10 teams.
Well, you know what? I want to
handled.
see Notre Dame tonight before I say that. But I think Notre Dame
You're only
beats
saying it
Alabama.
because Notre Dame can have a slow start to the season. That's the
They
only
can.
reason.
And
I feel like it's such a change now. It used to be like when you lose one game, dog, you were just like you
Cooked. You
don't
almost
don't,
felt
don't,
like you were
don't even
eliminated.
Look into the playoffs. Don't even think about it. Now
Absolutely.
you can like Notre Dame. They lost to. We don't even got to say an unranked team. They paid the team to play them and lost. You get paid to win. I'll take it any day. When you lose like that and you still have a chance to play in the national championship game, now it means something. Marlon Humphrey, he tweeted last night. He said, "I can guarantee you, Alabama will not lose another game in the 2026 season." They played Tennessee, Georgia. Who else? I think Texas also. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Jumping into the last game I want to talk about,
sir.
in my opinion, was the most fun game to watch.
Yeah.
I think maybe just because it was a night game, maybe
It
because it
was
was Death Valley.
Night game, and it had the vibe of a playoff game. That was a playoff game.
LSU Tigers versus
Yeah.
the Clemson Tigers, 9-4.
Yeah.
As the number 9 ranked LSU Tigers beat Clemson 17-10.
Yes, sir.
What were your takeaways from that game?
You look at that game. I think I looked into the quarter. Defense was good. Let's not think about. Let's just skip that over. Defense was pretty good. I'm looking at the two quarterbacks that was in that game because I think they're pretty important in the college football quarterback class this year.
Klubnik, and Nesmeyer.
I'm gonna say, you had different takes than me. Apparently, you liked your play that you saw from him.
So I didn't like it. I saw flashes this game, and I know it's going to improve as the season. Because you know what, week 1 for I think, especially on the collegiate level, it's going to be sloppy.
It's going to be sloppy,
You're gonna
but
see some games that
it
are sloppy.
should have better efficiency than what he portrayed.
Absolutely. I think Cade Klubnik is one of the best pure passers.
Are we saying that because he's 6'2" and 210, or because of what we saw last year?
I'm saying that because of what we saw last year. And listen, I did see some glimpses
It was
this game.
I think when he was able to break out of the pocket and still give a little sidearm throw,
A lot of drops.
Those look pretty.
We won't talk about that. A lot of drops.
I think it was a lot of drops from everybody. That's one thing I feel like I'm not taking away from a lot of QBs because this starting week it was a lot of drops.
Now, right now, if we were doing a QB power ranking,
Mhm.
Garrett Nesmeyer is above Cade Klubnik right now.
Okay,
And I
can agree.
Simply because, man, the way that Nesmeyer can put
Yeah.
that ball in the pocket.
Yeah.
There was a play in, I believe it was the third quarter where
he threw that go ahead,
and we thought it was a
Yeah,
touchdown,
yep.
and they took it back.
Yeah.
And to me, that was almost
but he got it back. He got it back when he got the
did.
little 8-yard.
he did, and obviously his completion percentage was way higher than
Yeah,
Klubnik. Listen, Klubnik did not play good by any
I mean,
standards or
dog,
his
he
standards.
he eclipsed 4,000 yards in his first year. Like he's
Yes.
not a scrub. He's
Absolutely
nowhere
not.
near a scrub at all.
Now, another thing that I did like for LSU,
Yeah.
because obviously the big thing was if they don't do good, boy, Brian Kelly, you're gone. You're gone. You are done for.
Yeah,
They're gonna get good play from Caden Durham.
man.
I
That's
like
what was
him.
it? 75, maybe 74. Oh man,
There were 75 beautiful rushing yards.
Beautiful.
And
I
not-
mean, man.
And don't forget, he's important in the pass game. I mean, and that is your outlet. If Garrett is having a bad game throwing
Yeah.
the ball, here you go, kid. Like he's a great outlet. I think he can. He almost kind of reminds me of like a Alvin Kamara-esque,
I'm
more
gonna say
power
this,
back.
and I think this is just a week one screening, which it could definitely change. Ohio State and LSU's defense could possibly be number one and number two.
Oh,
And I'm only saying this because I think I saw a couple plays where LSU's defense linebacker number 40, he moves like an older 2010 like linebacker.
I also think
Takes
as
off
time
heads.
progresses, because I know he's coming off the ACL.
Yeah,
Harold Perkins Jr.
fair take. Yeah,
I know for sure, because I know they're moving him back. I forgot if they moved him back on the outside or inside. They keep flip flopping him, and I think that's bad for him, especially coming off the ACL. Put him in a position that he knows what he's going to have to do.
right.
Boy, I think if he can get going, you're right, and I think you hit the nail on the hammer. I think Ohio State still has a better defense.
Yeah.
Just play all around.
They're number one.
Yes.
They are number one.
But who knows? Maybe down the line that could be a matchup. LSU, Ohio State. I mean,
Their run defense though, like they shut them down. They couldn't get past the line at all. That's like a stiff arm defense.
Adam Randall had obviously not a lot of carries because obviously we know they love to throw the ball, but only 16 yards to show for.
Yeah.
Not the greatest, but going back to Clay Klubnik, I want to see them run the offense a little differently.
Yeah.
Something I told you about, and I think I said this about Sayan.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a lot of pistol stuff.
Yeah. You want to see him a shot?
I know it's important to change it up, and I know the pistol offense is important, especially in college.
Right.
Let's run a little spread sometime, like especially for a guy like Cade, who he's gonna throw the ball 40 times. Give him a chance.
You want to see him like a West Coast real quick?
Yeah, a little bit. Not West Coast. Not West Coast. But you know what? I wouldn't be mad if you if you did no tight end set and you had 4 wide receivers out running back to your left. I have
That's
no
not bad.
problem with
especially in a
like
college
that.
game. It's not the NFL. I
No
agree.
problem with that.
I agree.
Because
agree.
especially, I don't think their offensive line's that bad either. Obviously, they struggled a little bit this game, but to your point, playing the number 2 defense, they're not going to struggle like that in other games.
That's fair.
But boy, oh boy, should we move on to the big news? And
there was tears cried over this. There was
jerseys
burnt for this.
Happen.
Jerseys burnt, tears shed,
cholesterol raised. Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers.
They find Jerry Jones alive in his hotel this morning.
That's the real breaking news. Jerry Jones still alive. He survived 3 days after the trade.
Listen, man, Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And there was a lot of takes about this.
And not to mention, because you know what? It's crazy. The first person I called.
And this man changed my whole person. It's always like that. It's either I'm Shams or he's Shams.
I changed your perspective a little bit?
A little bit.
So
only because the first person I did not, I'm sorry, I called my father because my father is a Cowboys fan and I just knew. He's a bandwagon. So his words out of his mouth, he said that now I'm on free wave. I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent now. Dog, when you told me that the Cowboys basically saved themselves $188 million, which it was even more, you saved yourself $200 million. You got a starting defensive tackle.
All pro, by the way, who's probably going to be all pro this year.
All pro. Healthy. Not even that, to me, the 2 biggest things.
And 2 future first-round picks.
2 future first-round picks, man.
I am a huge Micah Parsons fan.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. He's one of the best defensive players, second to Pat Surtain.
Yes,
yeah, I'll plug my Broncos there real quick. I had to. But I will tell you what. Micah Parsons, in my opinion, was
Yeah.
in the wrong. Or
And
you know what? Not in the
you have,
wrong.
nah, I feel
I
like
think we
you
need to look
can't
at it
go on
from
like that. You got to break that down. You have to
listen.
break that down.
From my understandings, the Dallas Cowboys offered him a 5-year, upwards of $200 million deal. It would have been a
We
400.
don't. We know. We still don't even know the real number. We just know that it was
It
a
would have been
40
$40
to
million
45
annually.
million. Yes,
Green Bay said, you know what, we'll give you 47 annually, and he said that, and they traded him.
but for what years?
Exactly. So my thing with this Micah trade is, you know what, if he wanted to go so bad, good riddance. You got Kenny Clark, and you have 2 future first round picks. Now here's where I think I changed your perspective. I said, listen, if they don't like the team this year,
Right.
then you could trade Dak, get compensation out of Dak. Listen, Dak's worth a first for a team that is in. God forbid the Saints lose out on the sweepstakes for Arch.
Yeah.
Dak is a viable option, and that's something we could talk about. That's another first round pick for the Dallas Cowboys immediately. Offer him. I don't think Jerry would even send him away for anything less than at least 1 first round pick. This is a Dallas team that, in my opinion, has good young players. CD, obviously. They just re-signed, literally, I want to say about an hour ago. They Deron Bland
Yeah.
to a 4-year, $92 million.
92 million.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, but
he
it's
is
good
a
money because he's a
good
good player.
CB.
He's a good player. I think that he's
this is still a
he's
team that,
elusive.
you know, God forbid this year, if they get hot, because it's always as Dallas gets hot. If their run game's okay, solid, they could make a wild card. So you're basically giving a wild card team 2 first round picks and Kenny Clark.
I did see. That's where I think we disagree.
Really?
They're not making the wild card. This is the year that they will win about 7-8 games. Right now, they're not making.
I think if Dak stays healthy and he plays well, I think they can make a wild card.
We'll see.
Because I think the
We'll
drop off
see.
team, and you know what? I take this back. You know, on the two podcasts ago, I said the Commanders would win the division.
That's
I
what I'm
take
saying.
that back.
Pause. Are we thinking about the teams they have to play 2 times a year?
I take that back. I think the Commanders are going to drop off slightly. They're still going to be a playoff team. See, look, and that's the problem for me to say.
Disagree. That's crazy to say. Not even from their team getting better to me. Their quarterback is
their division.
I can't say that.
Their division is like the AFC West.
That's what I'm saying. So you think that the Cowboys having to play, and even if you think the Commanders are dropping off, they're not winning both games against the Commanders. They would have to at least give off one.
If I told you that the Cowboys would split with the Eagles and they would split with the Commanders, would they make the playoffs?
That's where I disagree.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, you're saying if they do?
If they do,
then of course, yeah, you would have to. But will they against the Eagles twice? You think the Eagles have? You think everybody just in the East is just having a drop off randomly about the Cowboys?
That's a Week 1 game coming up on Thursday. Week 1 is always the tricky week.
It is.
If you're gonna catch the Eagles, catch them now.
And guess what? I would not think on their basic ceremony night that they would catch that they would even let the Cowboys do it. Out of everybody, the Cowboys.
I don't think so. Trust me, I'm starting Saquon at fantasy. Best believe. But my thing is,
that wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't be something that like, oh my God, the Cowboys beat the Eagles Week 1. It's not something that would wow me.
I can guarantee you that they're going to beat them. How about this? They would beat them. That next day we would see Stephen A. Smith on his show. The Cowboys just beat the Eagles. Like it would be. Yeah, they would.
But circling back, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers and how they acquired one of the best defensive players in football.
Which this is not a usual Green Bay move. Green Bay is typically pretty smart about how they run things, especially smart about their picks.
They also get their players more so through free agency and draft.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're smart about their picks. Like now, their recent years, their first round picks have not been crazy. They usually get sauce out of like
I think this year Matthew Golden's gonna break out.
That's where that number 1 can really. This is their year.
Yeah.
If they're doing something, this is your year.
And I think that's why they mortgage their entire future on it. And you know, this could really bite them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's almost a risk reward, and we just have to see it first. Because watch, we're gonna see Micah go out there, get 2-3 sacks, and we're gonna be like, huh, what a great trade. But if he doesn't,
you also said something else. Micah hasn't done anything. Micah came in last preseason about a week ago
eating
nachos and sleeping on the bench during a preseason game. Now, did I say he's pulling off the James Harden method? Yes, because that's exactly what James Harden did. And when he went to the Nets, what did he do? He showed out. So he could be doing that, but like you said, he hasn't done anything.
And what I said was, God, it would really suck if he got injured. And
It was
I
up
don't
for Hill.
exactly.
It was
My
up for
thing
Hill
is,
because he got paid.
yeah, my thing is
Guaranteed.
this. I don't hope any player gets injured. I hope
Right.
Micah has a
Of
great
course.
year because
Of
that'd
course.
be awesome. Like Green Bay being good. I feel like the NFL is always better when Green Bay's good because that's just an iconic franchise.
Cheesehead.
My problem is, to your point, he hasn't been at training camp. I don't even think he went to OTAs.
But you want to know what?
He's coming on.
Micah, I feel like because he looks pretty excited. I think that he is at least happy to be there to start off. It may change
That's
it.
awesome. Is
He
his
may-
Achilles ready? Or is his ACL
I believe
ready? Or is his legs ready? His calf
let,
ready?
let him
Is it all ready?
let him get a week. Let him get a week. Let him see where he's looking. I think he's gonna come out September 4th, and
'Cause
he
I
will
hope
look
you know
pretty
he
good.
genuinely just has a week.
Exactly.
That's
Let
it.
him get a week.
It's gonna be interesting.
It will.
I really want to see.
I
it.
think-
And
I
you know
think-
what? Don't expect Micah to get off to a fast start.
Off of
That's
pure strength, I
just
think
me.
he will get off to a fast start.
Okay.
Off of pure, just like,
If
oh,
I
I
get
got paid and I got
188
traded, because gang, he knows that everybody's looking at him. Like this is the time, like like I just got traded and paid.
Listen.
Like yeah,
Now I wouldn't be surprised if he got 2-3 sacks. That's what we've seen from Micah.
2 to 3 sacks a little
But-
high. I'm talking about 1 or 2. 1 or 2. First week he come back 1 or 2. You get 3, then
You know
it's
what?
like
It depends. It depends who they're playing. It depends. They are playing. Yeah, I have it pulled up right here. Thank God I already had them pulled up.
damn.
They are playing the Lions. Yeah, he's not getting that much, bro. Penny Sewell.
Yeah, I can say about
Glasgow,
a 1,
yeah,
maybe
he
1.
might get
But
1.
that's
He
against the
might.
Lions.
He might get
That's against the Lions, and I don't know if he would actually get 2 to 3, even if he was on the Cowboys against the Lions. So I mean,
one. Oh, absolutely not. I totally agree
that's
with
what
you.
I'm saying. So
Now you know what does help? They
What's
have Rashad Gary on the other side, and I think that's what they were banking on. Now you have Micah and Rashad Gary, which is an insane duo
Yeah,
of pass
yeah.
rushers. That actually might even the load a little bit. Now
yeah.
losing Kenny Clark, I think their run defense is going to suffer a little bit.
Kenny Clark, like you said, he was an All-Pro. Like he's been there
Obviously
since,
not
he was
picked
there
for All Pro. I'm
No.
saying he's going to be an All Pro
for
next year.
someone
Yeah,
who's been there since 2016. That's a pretty good player who every year has done his job to a very high level. Like he does it at a high level every single year. His name just goes unspoken of because he does it so efficient. He just does it efficient and it doesn't change. And he just doesn't get high numbers. But everybody knows how he gets to the quarterback. He doesn't always get the sacks, but his pressure, his QB pressure, he's always there every year. Almost every year, but he's up there. He's up there.
Now, obviously we've covered the Micah situation. Do you mind if we run a little pick'em segment brought to you by the GetBack shop?
Go ahead and explain that one.
I'm just gonna give you the week 1 matchups.
Okay,
And I just
can
want
do
you
that,
to
yeah.
tell me who you think's gonna win.
Let's do that.
Are you down for that?
We can. Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to start off with the Thursday game that we just briefly touched on. Eagles Cowboys. Who wins that game?
Obviously, we just touched on it. I believe that the Eagles will take care of business. They won't let the ring ceremony get trashed by especially anyone in the division. And if it had to be anyone, definitely not the Cowboys.
I agree with that. Sao Paulo, Brazil. We have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers.
Pretty good game. I believe that will be a pretty good first week game. Whew.
And that's where we start to get
Whew.
tricky because we're not in Arrowhead.
We're
not
not.
in-
Yeah.
We're not in SoFi. It's genuinely.
Rashay Rice is on a 6th game. Worthy's on my fantasy team. I need them to win, but I may have to give that game to the Chargers.
I think Omari Hampton goes.
I
Omarion
may
Hampton goes
have
off.
to give that to the Chargers. Oh, Hampton, actually, I think is going to have just a
He's
year
gonna have a good
himself.
year.
I
Actually,
think
he's gonna have a better year than Genty. He's gonna have a better year than just simply because of O line.
I'll say you may be like saying it because he's on a better
Because
team.
even though
Because
Schlater,
if
I know
Ashton
Rashawn
Genty was
Schlater-
behind that line,
Yeah.
even with the injury, he would. Yeah, come on.
I'm not
Come
a
on,
fan of
come
the Raiders' offensive line.
I'm
know
not.
they
I'm
get
not a
some
fan of
stuff.
the Raiders. Usually, that you're kind of like a fan of what Gino could possibly do. I'm not a fan of the Raiders at all this year.
I'm a Broncos fan. You know
That's
I can't
fair.
go for
That's fair. That's fair.
that. We'll start off with the 1:00 slot games.
Yes, sir.
We have the Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna give that one to the Dolphins. Colts are gonna have a devastating year. It's gonna hurt to watch.
Okay. Wait, you? Okay, really devastating to watch.
Yes, you think that
No,
they,
I don't think they're gonna be a bottom
yeah, no,
four
okay,
team
they're
or
not gonna
anything.
go 0-16, but it's not gonna be pretty to watch
Okay,
their season. Is
okay,
what
that's
I mean.
fair enough. Fair enough. But mind you, they were in the wild card for a minute with Anthony Richardson.
We'll see what happens. I believe that they're not gonna be good.
That's
Like
fair.
I said,
That's
I
fair
think they're
enough.
gonna be on the bottom of their division.
We have the Steelers at the Jets.
Ugh, we're gonna have to see that one too, because it just depends on how Justin Fields look. Like, what is he gonna look like?
And this
in
is
that
a
first
revenge
in that
game
first
for
season?
both quarterbacks.
It is.
I
Like,
mean,
it
this is a
is.
game where I think both QBs are gonna have to be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to come out.
Thunder versus Houston a little bit.
Yeah,
This is this is one of them. A-Rod is also 40 years old and he looks very old. I'm gonna say the Jets, but
Jets. Okay, I like that's
Jets.
not a
Their
bad pick.
defense looks pretty good too. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to the Jets.
I like that. The revamped Carolina Panthers
Yes, sir.
are going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are also revamped in my opinion.
They are revamped. I think because we had a pretty good segment on Carolina last week too.
We did.
I believe in Carolina. I believe in
I
Carolina.
believe
I
in
think
Bryce Young.
I mean, their defense isn't that bad. Like you said, they have good X factor players on defense. Their non X factor players is where you worry. They have some pretty good names, and I believe that J.C. Horn could do damage. I think
I
he
totally
could do
agree.
damage out there. So, uh, our main thing right now, we're looking at Trevor Lawrence. Don't get please. Hope to God he doesn't get injured in the first week of NFL football.
You know what?
And you're
I'm
looking
gonna
at Travis Hunter
So you're picking the Panthers?
picking the Panthers.
I'm picking the Jaguars. Give me the
Well,
Jags.
no.
I think the Jags
Well,
are
I
gonna
think
win.
we'll both be tapped in a little bit.
We will. Oh, for sure. Cardinals at New Orleans.
I think the Cardinals will take that away. Let's see what Marvin
I
Kyler
think
can
Saints
do.
are a bottom three.
Honestly, Will Johnson can have a little breakout
Excited
little
to
game.
see that. I'm
He
excited
can have
to
a
see
little
him
breakout
as a
game
corner.
against the Saints. He can have a little pick'em game.
I will say this though. I think the Saints are a bottom three team. They're going to be a bottom feeder.
Spencer Rattler starting. Yeah.
Or you know what? If Spencer ends up playing okay,
Well,
maybe
we
not a
gave him
bottom
that
feeder, but
chance a
no.
couple times. We've given him the chance a couple times. I do that.
The Giants at the Commanders.
We're gonna say the Commanders. Obviously, I think the Commanders will
agree.
take that away.
Buccaneers at Falcons.
Good little good game right here. I believe. I think the Falcons will be decent, but they're not gonna take over the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers will come out pretty good.
Your Cleveland Browns at home against the. Oh my God, the Cincinnati Bengals. I can't look at you, man.
We usually always punish Joe Burrow in his first week, but I believe that Joe Burrow will take this one over. And
You know what? I think it's going to be a lot closer than you think.
it's going to be a
gonna
close
pick the
game. It's a
Browns.
divisional game, regardless.
I'm not going to pick the Browns. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people are making it out to be.
Uh,
I think the
I don't think we're
defense
gonna
for the
get
Browns
blown
is still
out.
tough.
I don't think we're gonna get blown out. I think it's you know what I want to say, man. Browns winning. My bad. Go ahead, but or do you want to switch it off right here? Since you asked me about Browns, you want me to switch it off?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
go
going
ahead.
ahead. After that, we got the Raiders and the Patriots. What you got over there?
That's a
That's
great
a good game. That is a good game.
I do think Gino's going to struggle against that defense. And I think at home, I think it's a revamped Patriots
That's
team.
a revamp. Patriots are coming out for blood this year. I hope you know.
I think the whole thing is going to
Mike
be
wants blood.
yeah, and the whole thing is going to be can Ashton Genty run the ball against that front
I
four?
hope you know Mike is gonna have just a full Dan moment. Like from the Lions, he's going to literally do the 2021 method all over. He may cry a little bit. It's gonna be one of those.
I agree. So I think Mike Vrabel and Drake may get it done. Give me the
All right.
Patriots.
Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. What you got going on there? That's actually our first 4 o'clock game.
Give me the Seahawks, and I think I'm saying that because of the injuries to San Francisco's defense right now.
Do you believe that? Because I feel like we haven't really gone into this ask this question. Chris McCaffrey, what is he going to be good? Is he going to stay injury free? Like, what do we have expectations for?
That's the age-old question. I think the thing about CMC that we love about him so much is that he's such a multi-purpose back.
Yeah.
He's that Swiss Army knife. He's going to run the ball well. He's going to catch the ball well. And I think overall, he just has eyes and ears on him 24/7, that it helps the offense holistically.
Yeah.
Now, here's my one thing. I'll say this. Coming off of the injuries he came off of, those are always tough. You're playing a good Mike McDonald coached Seattle defense. He might get off to a slow start. If he does stay healthy, I think you're going to see him come on later in the season.
What do you think that he can put up this year?
He can put up over 1,000 yards, of course. I
It's not
think
a bad take.
I think he can put up over 1,500 yards, all purpose,
No, that's not bad though.
like receiving. But I don't think we're gonna see the 1.5 rushing that we saw
A couple
2 years ago. I
Yeah.
just don't think we're gonna see that yet. But
Okay.
yeah, that's
Next
my
game
take
we
on it.
we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Denver Broncos. What do you got for that game, man?
Give me the Denver Broncos at home against a rookie quarterback. That defense that everybody's been hyping up this entire year. Not even the Broncos offense that obviously is improved. Their defense.
Is it gonna be a DTR moment? Yes or no, gang? Are you guys gonna punish the man, gang? I'm telling you, he's in this.
What's
I'm so
punish?
glad that you guys that you're the first person that gets to see it. He's gonna try to do that, walking back slowly. I swear to God,
You were big on that.
He's-
Explain that to
dog. That's what I'm saying. I really don't think you tapped in. That man, he had the best offensive line. I promise you. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback just be able to just walk, except Cam Newton did it a little bit. I've never seen a quarterback be able to just walk around the pocket that freely, where he doesn't have to put even an inch of run into him. He tried to do it one time in the preseason, and the man almost got his head snapped off. He's gonna try to do it, and it's not gonna be every play. He's gonna mostly run. I guarantee he's gonna run most of the plays. He's gonna do a one play against you guys, and y'all may punish that little bit. Y'all are probably gonna punish him.
I think that's what it's going to come down to. I don't think it's going to come down to, oh my God, Bo Nix threw 4 touchdowns. They're going to win. No.
Bo is gonna throw 4 touchdowns, and the defense is gonna smack them out of the gang.
You are
guys,
so
you guys,
mistaken.
gang. I hope we know Bo's sophomore season. He knows what they've built around him. Yeah, y'all may whoop him for the first game. Like, y'all may just come
I
out
think
there
the
and whoop 'em.
Broncos win by a sizable margin. I'm not saying that. We're going to win big.
So what you think Bo putting up? You saying like 2
We're going to
touchdowns?
put like 252, 250, 2 touchdowns.
253, 275, 3,
That wouldn't upset me. Like 1 rushing or something. That wouldn't upset me.
304. All right,
Oh,
my
really?
bad. All right,
That's
all right.
enough. Give me the Broncos, though. Give me the Broncos.
Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. Like we were just talking about.
What
Pretty
a
good game.
game.
Put it pretty that one's gonna be put on TV.
I think the Lions are genuinely just depressed from losing. They're gonna come out with fire.
I think all around
'Cause,
too.
you
They're
know,
really
this-
good. And my main thing, Ayden Hutchinson.
Oh,
Ayden
that's the big
Hutchinson.
return.
That is the return. I think the way that he's been moving.
And you know
I'm
what?
so excited to see how he
Usually I
comes
don't
out.
buy into week 1 games like that. Because the Packers are all in,
all in. Like
this is gonna
their
be-
year.
if they lose by a sizable margin, we're gonna ignore that Micah trade until we see them stack up some wins.
Yeah.
Simply. And for those reasons, give me the Lions, who, in my
Understood.
opinion, are going to run that football down their throat.
Yeah.
Give me the Lions putting up over 175.
Sonic
rushing
and
yards.
Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles may
Absolutely.
come out there attacking. Because you got the Lions. Give us the Texas, or I said the Texans versus the LA Rams. Who you got there?
I don't know if you knew I was going to say this. I'm going to get the Rams.
I actually did know that you were going to say that.
Okay.
I think that weirdly both of us have been hyping up the Rams a lot, and that's because they're a good team. I think we understand that they're a good
Listen,
team.
Puka and Devontae, that's
Yeah.
a good tandem. I know Devontae's getting a little older.
Their
He's going to be the
defense,
2.
I'm taking their defense.
Jared
over
Verse is going to have a
everything.
breakout year.
Taking their defense over everything. Their defense, I think I just got a little starstruck watching them play the Eagles last year. They played a good game of football, and we're going to say it again, they won because it was snowing and they had a Saquon Barkley. There's nothing you can do about it. The Rams
is
played
so
a
true.
good thing of football last year, and they led it into the playoffs and did the same exact thing.
Now, my one question going into the Rams, though, is just the health of Matthew Stafford. Obviously, he's getting old. His back's getting a
I
little
hear you.
tight. But I think if he can still perform, if the O-line can still protect him somewhat, Rams are a sneaky playoff team. Watch out. They could possibly do the same thing they did last year, and that's go to the championship game and keep it close. And God forbid if you let them keep it close against, in my opinion, one of the most clutch quarterbacks in the NFL as of recent with Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so there is a game that's later that day, but I want to talk about one that's on Monday first, and then we're going to get into that later game on Sunday. Is that okay?
I like that. I see what you did there.
On Monday, we have, and this is it's still a pretty good game. Monday Night
agree.
Football, our first Monday Night Football. We have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. What are you taking over there?
Give me the Vikings, and that's solely based off experience with their head coach. I think Ben Johnson. I think he's gonna try to do some cute stuff first game.
I got the Bears. The Bears.
Wow.
I think the Bears have built up their offensive line is stacked. You have what the wide receivers that you need. The defense is there. Ben Johnson is there. That Ben Johnson's there. So I'm gonna say the Bears.
I like Ben Johnson. I
think he's a hard nosed coach. Like I think he gets the respect that he deserves.
I think Jay Jets is gonna take the top
Jay
off.
Jets could torch. I think he's questionable, is he not?
He's gonna play.
That's and I think that's why they almost got Adam Thielen too. Adam Thielen,
That's what I'm saying.
Jordan Addison.
You think they gonna? You think the Bears are gonna win?
Do. I think the Bears are a pretty good team. Like I don't think they're gonna be a pushover team.
JJ McCarthy, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's gonna play good. No, I think he's
He
gonna
doesn't
play
have,
well.
like bro. He's almost in like a Julian Say moment. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just steer the Lamborghini.
Same thing for Sam
Just steer the
Darnold, and he
Lamborghini.
threw over 30 touchdowns. And my thing with JJ is
Let's not
JJ's
do
a
that.
lot more mobile.
Let's not do that. They won 13 games last year
They did. At the hand of what?
at the hand of Jay Jets and Jordan Addison, and the defense still being pretty good. Their defense.
The
They
defense.
lost defensive
The
players.
defense.
They lost a Pro Bowler.
Give me the Vikings, man. Give me the Vikings.
That's fine. I think to me, this is actually the best game of the first week of football. This is where everybody will most likely put everything down. This is where you,
Grab
of
a
course,
pint of ice
like
cream.
grab that ice cream, grab whatever you need, and you sit at your couch and you watch. We had the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills at 8:20 on Sunday Night Football. What are we taking over here? I think this is a question, but what are we doing over here? Because now we got to think and get technical. What's gonna happen in this first week of football? That's tough. Lamar Jackson.
Because listen, you know what? If this was honestly the only reason why I'm like struggling is because it's in Buffalo. If this was in Baltimore, I would have picked the Ravens unequivocally, and I would.
You
want to
know what? In Buffalo, I'm taking the Ravens.
That's what I'm saying.
In Buffalo, I'm taking the Ravens. I think the Bills. It's Josh Allen. It's not their team.
Whoa,
Dog, stop. Is their
Not their
offense
team?
compared to like or defense?
Shakur,
Dog, their
Keon
defense.
Coleman, their defense.
Keon Coleman he's a sophomore.
Sophomore who's gonna
stop.
break out. In my
I don't know, dog. I think Josh Allen makes that team. You're telling me names that I think Josh Allen has simply made more people watch, and that's why they're kind of up there.
Listen,
I don't know if those people without Josh Allen on the offensive side, what are they doing anywhere else? Individually.
Listen, they have Elijah Moore. They have
Yeah.
Dalton
Did you just say
Kincaid.
Elijah Moore?
Yeah. Sorry.
Give me the Baltimore Ravens.
No, and the defense is revamped. You have Joey Bosa now.
Give me the Baltimore Ravens, man.
Yeah, give me
Baltimore?
Baltimore. But I'm just
Like,
saying,
like,
you're
defense
really
and
downplaying
offense
that
alone.
team.
We're not downplaying the team. They're still the Bills. Like the Bills are still the Bills.
Joshua
Either way.
Palmer.
The Bills are still the. Oh.
You forgot
Oof.
about that.
Ooh.
That's
They gave
what
him someone. They
That's
gave
what
him
I'm
someone.
saying. And
Palmer's from Chargers.
yeah, that's what I'm
Oof.
saying. And that whole
They gave him someone.
they don't have like a great wide receiver, but they got a bunch of good wide receivers.
Twos and threes.
Yes.
Good twos and threes.
And Josh can
Hmm.
work with that. He has a running back one. We know he's and he got
Yeah.
paid. And I'm sorry, his Dalton Kincaid is a good tight end.
I don't know. When I'm looking at comparisons, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, who's a better quarterback?
Lamar.
Derrick Henry, James Cook,
Derrick Henry. I feel you.
Isaiah Likely, Shakur. We can do this either way.
oh,
We
but
can do this either way. I'm just saying.
understand.
I think all the
You know
way
what?
down.
I will say
think
this.
that they're a better team.
I will say
The
this.
Bills are still the Bills.
If Joey Bosa is fully
If
healthy,
Joey Bosa comes out there,
and
and
can I
show
drop a
something?
name real quick that I think is
Talk
going to
to
be
me.
important to watch going into the season?
Talk to me.
Landon Jackson.
he could also show up.
If he shows out, I don't see why that front four isn't
Yeah.
one of the best in the NFL.
Okay.
I really don't. They're truly going to be that good.
You think the Baltimore Ravens defense with their added on Alexander and everything, do you think they're going to look a little revamped, better than they did last year?
They could. They could potentially. I think their defense was stout last year, so I think to improve off that is
That's
going
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
hard in
Yeah.
itself.
Okay.
I think we're going to see the same defense, if not maybe a tad bit better. But man, they got some hard hitters. Roquan. They just signed re-signed Hamilton. They got guys who just hit hard.
Wiggins, Rob, they have some they got some hitters over there.
But speaking of hard hitters, Obviously, the new UFC cards were just announced, as we got some guys who have some crazy knockout power. First,
Let's just say that we got some pretty good stuff. I think that we've already broken into what's happening in September. We're gonna get into it still. Dana hit us with some news, man, for November, man. He
Dana was
gave
on
us
the
some news
private
for
jet.
November,
First
man.
of all, I think it's fair to say, listen, we don't have to get too deep into it. I think it's stupid if they do a card at the White House.
Which apparently, I guess that
we don't have
he's
to
on
get
for that.
into the political ideas of it.
That's not this podcast.
I think
we
it's
just don't think
stupid.
that it's a good idea to go
It's
fight
not
the White
smart.
House. That's all.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a let's tacky, in my opinion, if we do that. But boy, after he told us about the White House thing, he sure did get to yapping in the best way possible.
In the best way possible ever, man.
He gave us some good
Actually,
cards.
Dana's the only yapper I really like. Not the only yapper, but he's a good yapper because you're gonna.
Because I keep talking.
News. You're gonna get the
good.
news. Give me something else, man.
I want to start from the most far out to the most recent. If you're okay with doing that,
I can do that.
The welterweight main event of UFC 222, Jack Della Maddalena against Islam Makhachev. What are your thoughts on that fight, man?
You want to know what? And I think that this still comes from people. We just don't like the Islams and the Khabibs. That's it. I think they're like the villains of the UFC sometimes. People are saying that Jack's going to win. A lot of people have takes that Jack, size, and everything can win.
I think this fight is going to test Islam's other counterparts of his fighting. I think he's not going to be able to just ragdoll Jack. Because keep in mind, they're going to weigh in at 170. I'm telling you right now, Jack will be fighting him at upwards of 185, 190 pounds.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now the playing field has been evened. We have now evened the odds as it comes to weight. Because we all know, listen, we can sit here, Islam's great. Islam was a weight bully.
Islam is a weight bully. He is a weight bully, and he's
not going to be a weight bully anymore
because he knows what he was doing.
He's not going to be a weight bully here.
Exactly. That's why some people are taking Jack. And Jack, he's versatile. He's all around, and I think that he has some upside.
Jack is a sloppy Corey.
What are the odds going to be still? They're still going to be on Islam. We know that.
Jack is a sloppy Corey Sandhagen.
I can't say that.
No?
I can't say
that. You don't like that?
A sloppy Sandhagen.
Sloppy Corey Sandhagen. Like, he gonna hit you with the elbows.
I think Jack is technical.
He is. He's sloppy sometimes.
When I say sloppy, I'm talking about like a DDP sloppy, all fight.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
When
his gas tank starts to go,
I say like round 4, and then we'll see a sloppy Sandhagen. That's a good take. Good take right there.
But obviously, I think you kind of just gave me your answer. But who do you think's gonna win? Betting man, parlays in.
If my parlay's in, I'm gonna say Islam. If I want to see me watching the fight, I'm cheering for Jack.
Of course, we're cheering for Jack, man. Come on, land down under. Let's go. Give me Islam by round 3. Round 3
Islam by round 3.
Or you know what? TK.
Honestly, I don't know. We used to say Islam sub. Islam's hit power to me, it was better than Khabib's.
It's underrated.
Knocking people out.
It's
and
underrated.
I don't think that people realize it. Islam be laying some people out, and we just look like, nah, I don't know.
Now, going into the co-main, I never thought I would ever say this, and this is no disrespect to the women's division. I never thought I would say this. I'm more excited for a women's fight than the main event itself. Valentina Shevchenko.
I thought we could have said that a couple times, honestly.
Will defend her belt against Wei Li Zhang, who has vacated her belt at strawweight, which I think is stupid, which we'll get into in a second. What a fight.
I don't think that's stupid, but the fact that Wei Li has balls like that, like when we talk about just straight, I want it, that's a different.
Because that was not a Valentina decision.
That was, man,
that's
Wei Li simply calling Dana White and saying what she wants.
And you know what? I think that tells me a lot because Valentina's starting to get a little older. I think Wei Li's going to win.
Wei Li is going, if she believes that she can go up there, because I think that she's already,
she knows she is.
She knows something that we don't. I'll say that. And I think that she's going to show some upside. Like you said, Val, she's getting a little old. She's not old. She's getting up there.
We already thought it was crazy enough that when she got submitted by Alexa Grasso.
Yes.
But
because Grasso a boxer. That's why it was a little. Like,
It was a little interesting for her to slip that rear naked
yeah,
choke in.
yeah.
But yeah, give me Wei Lee. Who you got? I got Wei Lee.
I'm gonna say like you
yeah,
said,
and I'm being serious.
And I don't want to take anything away from her Valentine because she's still good.
One of the greats.
She's still very good. Wei Lee's just a very dangerous lady.
Wei Lee's
She's
gonna take her to the
wanna know
ground.
what? Wei Lee don't get gas. Now that you're letting her
What?
you letting her put on more weight.
Mind you, Wei Lee, not a weight bully, but we know she wasn't this is actually probably her more natural.
Yeah, I said this is probably her natural. Well, no, honestly, we said it for almost every fighter that they're going to their natural. But I think this could be more of a better spot for her. We'll see. But I believe that she gets that dub. I do believe that she gets that dub.
I actually think she gets a finish.
I believe that's going to be a good, just 5 round.
Nope. I think it's going to be on the ground. I think it's going to be similar to like what I think is going to happen with the Islam fight. I think Wei Lee going to get her to the ground, elbow, elbow, elbow. And then you know what? Because we saw that Valentina's submission defense isn't as good as we once thought.
Yeah.
Who knows? Wei Lee might get her with a little suplex, arm bar. We
Wei
don't
Lee,
know.
because Valentine, she can take hits. Like her chin is super strong. I think that she's gonna have to attack from the body, and break her down, and then you could possibly get her to the ground and everything like that. But I think it's gonna go 5 rounds. 5 rounds doesn't sound bad for me.
Yeah. And obviously, on that card too, we won't touch on it too much because we gotta, wait and see. But Leon Edwards against Carlos Prates.
I wanted to touch on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited for that.
I am too. Leon has to win, or else
Leon has to win because he's so picky for his fights where he thinks that he can pick every single person that he wants. And I think that Dana finally was just like, no, like you're gonna go fight Carlos.
Leon took a break after losing the belt. I really think
Carlos
Leon might really show him that there's levels to this.
Carlos may piece Leon Edwards.
I disagree completely.
That's all I'm gonna say. Carlos may come out there and show him.
I disagree completely.
Old head.
He's not that old.
Leon Edwards, 34, 35.
Man, give me Leon by headshot dead.
You saw his brother. Did you see that?
I did. We won't touch on that, but
we
yes,
won't.
I saw.
That was
crazy. We'll talk about it after the pod.
Crazy?
That was crazy.
Okay.
No, but I don't think he's gonna get headshot dead. I think he'll win by decision. Okay. That's just me. I think he's just gonna it's gonna be one of those fights where I honestly don't think we're gonna be like
shows them like levels. It is levels. Okay.
But I actually don't think it's gonna be like a scrap like that. I think they're both gonna be scared that they're gonna get hit with something, and they're gonna be very tentative. I wonder, is it if it's a 5 round fight? We'll have to see. If it's 3, yeah, it's gonna be one of those tentative fights.
That's not bad. We have some stuff before that. I think we've already touched into it, but 321. We can even talk about the main events if you want to. 321. Yeah. Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Who do you
Tom by murder.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh. Yep. Honestly, and this may be the only co-main I want to talk about, only because it goes off of what Wei Lee has done.
Yeah.
Obviously, her vacated title. We have Dern versus I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what Ayden Jones was just trying to say was take your pee break, get your snacks when that fight comes on, because you have a great heavyweight fight after that. Mackenzie Dern is a fighter who should not be contending for a belt at all. And honestly, both of these women should be thanking Wei Lee for vacating her belt, because if it weren't for that, these women would probably never touch a championship fight in their life. It's no disrespect. I can say that
about a lot of people with Wei Lee. Wei Lee, she's a dog.
I mean that with no disrespect. Obviously, Verna is a hard hitter. Mackenzie's not. This is a weird fight.
Mackenzie doesn't deserve. I just don't think that Mackenzie. No, she's done.
This is a weird fight stylistically.
It is.
And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, go to the bathroom when this fight comes on. Because this is gonna be your chance to go. Honestly, get your little DoorDash ready, order some food. But my goodness, what if Dana dropped any bad news this week, it was when he said that these two were fighting for a belt.
Yeah, it had to come with something. You want to know what? There's a couple of UFC fight nights before that. Like I said, we're just touching a little bit into it. They actually look pretty good. It hurts me a little bit to look at one of them because the main event is Charles Oliveira versus
Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah, for a UFC fight night. I think this is
disrespecting Charles.
We're starting to see
It's
like,
over, man. No more belt
I'm
shots.
so hurt, bro.
It hurts.
Fight night, you couldn't even put him as nah, because they couldn't put him as a prelim. Actually, this probably makes the most sense. What are you gonna put him as a prelim?
But then what? He knocks out Faziz, and then what?
And then what?
Exactly. It
And
gets
what?
interesting again. He always stays in it.
No, it
So
doesn't.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
does.
it's the
Now-
Dusten roll.
now, if Faziz knocks Charles out, then I think Faziz moves up the rankings, obviously, a little bit. And you know
Yes.
what? Could potentially be fighting for a title in the next 2-3 years if he keeps winning. You never know.
We have a UFC 320, which I'm pretty excited for. We can
Mhm.
talk about the co-main first if you want to. Marab
Yeah.
versus Corey. That's
Uh,
gonna be a technical fight.
it's going to be very technical, a lot more technical than the
A
Sean
smart,
O'Malley
just
fight.
a smart sugar.
Absolutely.
Smart sugar. That's all.
Smart Sugar, who, if we go to the ground, I can actually do something here.
A smart sugar. Like I said, a smart sugar. Sugar was just letting himself almost get just ragdoll sometimes because he had no energy. He couldn't do anything.
Mhm.
Corey has some techniques to get out of some of that stuff. I hope So
Oh, I totally agree.
we'll see that.
And I think just, I don't know if I'm in the wrong here. I think when it's, because obviously they're going to weigh in at 135.
Mhm.
I think Corey is going to weigh more than what Sean does when he fights.
Yeah,
Corey
I can agree.
looks
I can
naturally
agree.
bigger.
Yeah, he looked like just a little bit more stocky, a little bit. I can agree to him.
And being stocky and going up against a wrestler
Yeah.
could be your biggest saving grace.
Yeah.
Because obviously you got those long extremities like Sean. Pause. You're bound to get caught.
Yeah. We're talking a lot about Corey. Who was the fight?
Marab by like decision of just like.
Oh, so you think it goes the distance though?
Yeah, bro. Marab doesn't try to finish. He doesn't try anymore to finish fights. Now that he has the belt, he just tries to win, to keep winning. That's all he's doing, which I respect it. You know what? I'll give him more credit. He's a more fun.
I think he's actually
Hamzat.
more of an entertaining people. I think he
Yeah,
just likes to
he's a
entertain
more
the crowd.
entertaining
Like,
Hamzat.
he's gonna go the 5 rounds to make them cheer a little bit more. So I can take that. The main event, Alice Pereira versus
And you and me
Nick
disagree
Live.
on this.
We do.
And that's fine. That's
What do you
fine.
got?
I have Alex Pereira by knocking him out cold.
Knocking him out cold in
Stiff.
which round?
Stiff.
In which round?
2 or 3.
Yeah, man. Anklive's gonna walk in there. He's gonna see Alice Pereira with his high guard upright.
No, you're so
Good
mistaken, bro. You are
Good night.
Oh, you think?
No,
You think-
no? I don't know because all around I think he's better. All around on the ground, on the feet, he's gonna straight just bang him. Because what he did in the first round, he banged him and nobody realized.
Alex Pereira's gonna knock him out stiff.
We'll see. We'll
He's
see.
gonna use the
Because
power of witchcraft
we'll
and knock
see,
him
dog.
out
'Cause
stiff.
I'm telling you, this is where I think that you guys are letting the name get you guys hooked more than the actual fighter. Alice Pereira
Hold
obviously
on.
is
I'll
way
say
more
this.
entertaining.
I'm saying this based off what I saw in the first fight.
And if you're sitting
No,
in the first
no, Uncle Live
thinking
didn't
it's-
try to take Alex down. That was
because he
thing.
didn't have to. That's what I'm saying. And we know that he's still better on the ground. He pieced him, and we still know that he's better on the ground.
Alex knows what he's going up against now.
Okay, bet. And I know he got a break. I do. Now that's one thing I will
He
say. He
got
got
a
a break.
break.
I will say that. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Okay.
healed up from everything now.
I think our episode is about to end. We can talk about one more thing. Give me Diego Lopez versus Silva. What do you got over there? That's a tough one. That
Diego
is tough.
Lopez. I just think he's a longer fighter. I think he has more. He hits harder. I think he's slightly better on the ground. I think he's just better all around. I think
That's
they're
fair.
actually feeding John Silva to the wolves a little too early. Mind you, this is a man who fought for a belt.
Yeah.
So I think it's if Lopez wins, it's gonna be because man, there are levels, and it's just noticeably, he's just gonna piece him up.
That's fair. Okay.
Is that crazy to say?
It's not crazy to say. That's tough though.
It is. We're gonna have to wait and see. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great episode. Sunday we get blessed with NFL. Well, Thursday.
We're getting blessed with everything. Thursday, we have
Thursday.
NFL coming back.
And ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.
This is
Episodes on Saturday. Episodes are
will
on
be
Saturday now.
Yes, sir.
So so we gotta make sure we watch football.
I'm tapped in at all times.
Make sure you follow the Instagram. Make sure you follow the TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I'm plugging in everything right now.
If you
Subscribe,
plug it, you missing
like,
everything.
comment.
Spotify, YouTube,
Come on.
Apple,
now.
like everything, all platforms.
This has been episode
Back
23 of the Get Back podcast. Damian Dusten, Ayden
Jones. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.